Hi guys, so another video for you, some really fantastic products, I have to say. Now from the title, it is Rouge Bunny Rouge, and like you, I had seen it on YouTube, gosh, a year or two ago. I started seeing a lot of YouTubers reviewing it, and I don't know what it was. I was just sort of like, whatever. It's just, I'm one of those people that kind of wait to see when the dust settles. You know, is it still around? Is it just sort of kind of a flash in the pan kind of thing? And what really got me was actually bloggers. I was reading some blogs, and one of the bloggers that I really dig and trust was really raving about this line, and so I was like, ooh, okay, now I'm gonna have to sort of check it out. And so I contacted them and I asked them, you know, do you have products available for reviews? And yay, they do. You know, I'm kind of thinking to myself, I've been doing this for so many, well, not like tons and tons of years, maybe this is my third year or so. So I've decided that for certain things that I'm interested, I'm always going to sort of ask to see if they provide products for review, because I spend a heck of a lot of bones. And so I thought, you know, it never hurts to ask, and it doesn't sway my review at all. As I mentioned in a previous video or something, I mean, if I showed you my inbox of product offers, pages, like just, and you know, I've only probably done about 8 or 9 reviews of products that were sent. Well, maybe, yeah, in 3 years, not very many. So I'm really picky, and I have stipulations because the thing is I can go out and buy the products myself. So if you come with me where, you know, we want to sponsor you, we want to pay you commission, we want all these things, it's like, no, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to be paid commission for it. I don't want to be sponsored, because I think in some ways people feel like they're going to sort of buy your review, like have a good review, and to me, I just don't want that sort of conflict of interest. So I think it's different maybe when you're a little bit younger. Maybe it's not said outright, but you feel a little beholden to, and I don't, because, you know, I'm old and I've been on this planet for a really long time, and quite frankly, I have spent, I don't know, probably tens of thousands of dollars on makeup and skincare in my lifetime, so I have a different perspective on it. Anyways, so let's go on with the reviews. So they're lovely to deal with. Fantastic customer service. Lovely to deal with. I really sort of enjoyed the correspondence. Now, the first package that was sent to me got lost in the mail. I don't know what it was, but I've never really gotten things lost in the mail, and then I had 2 or 3 packages in a row in like a month and a half span, right after Christmas. So maybe they were super busy, but the first package did get lost, and I let them know, and I said, you know, I totally understand if you don't want to do another package. I totally understand that. So, but they were like, no, we'll send another one. And if that other package arrives, feel free to keep that one. It never did arrive. So, so I really have to thank them for sending yet another package on top of the one that they sent. And somebody out there is probably enjoying it. I don't know. Anyways, so she sent me quite like, I was actually quite surprised as to what they sent. 2 brushes, an eyeshadow palette. I'll go into them more in depth. Eyeshadows, a plumping gloss, and a highlighter in this packaging, which I will show you, which is just so gorgeous, right? Okay, so the first things first, the brushes. This is the face contour. I love the fact that they actually have the name on the brush. I use a lot of Hakuhodo brushes, and even though I love them, it just drives me bonkers that none of them are named or numbered, and if they are not named, but they're identifiers, are like digits and numbers. So it's like BK273342HS. I mean, it's just ridiculous, and it drives me bonkers, which is why I've been sort of lax in doing a review, because just to get all of that organized, it's a lot of work right now, and I'm so sorry, guys. I wish I could put a lot more work into the channel. I just don't have the time. I just don't have, I mean, I've got so much on the go right now. I'm barely keeping it together, let alone sitting down and having to write all these numbers and getting all that stuff. But I will when I do have a bit of a break. So anyways, oh my gosh, off on tangent. So this is the Face Contour 012. It's quite stiff. It's not the softest brush I've ever used, but I think it's on purpose because it's sort of meant to contour, and you don't really want it sort of splaying and diffusing out. You really want sort of it to be directional and exactly where you put it. So I was actually quite surprised as to how big this brush was. I thought it was going to be much smaller. Most of my contour brushes are sort of half that size and very sort of, so it can sort of fit into it, but this is actually a beautiful brush. I like the handle. It's very, very easy to apply. There isn't any shedding. I've washed it a few times. There wasn't any shedding then either. It kept its shape. It's definitely a very, very nice brush. I don't have any complaints about that at all. The next brush is the large shader 03. Looks like so. Very soft. And it's for an all-over wash. I would have to say that years ago, this was my go-to type of brush, like just a big old fat old brush, and I would just nowadays I tend to go for sort of smaller brushes. I don't know why, but I've sort of changed that. So I haven't used this too much. Again, it's just an all-around great all-over brush, and it feels very, very soft on the eyes. It's not like Hakuhodo soft. They have I mean, their brushes are so soft. Some of them are sort of not as soft. It's all what you prefer. Actually, there is one brush in Hakuhodo that's almost too soft for me sometimes. And I know my friend Frankie, he doesn't like super soft brushes. So it's all about your own personal preference. I like super soft brushes for certain things and not so much for other things. I think I would prefer for a big all-around. I don't know. I've had both. So, you know what? Honestly, it's personal preference. It does feel beautiful, though. Very, very nice. The next things she sent were these eyeshadows. Now, the thing is once I put them in there, I didn't take down the names. And because you don't, you know, so I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? So I kept the little packages. So this is When the Birds Are Singing long-lasting eyeshadow, and Snowy Egret. So I believe that's probably the white shade there. Then there is the Eclipse Eagle, which is, I believe, this darker gray shade, and I believe this is called Delicate Hummingbird. I've seen that in other blog posts. So I would have to say that because my first package was lost, I kind of wrote down the kind of shades that I wanted, and it was lost. And so I think when colors are chosen for you, these are not colors that I personally would wear, so I really haven't had a chance to wear them a lot. I did try them in one day, sort of all the colors. They're very, very pigmented. They're very, very soft. They're very, very high quality. They're not chalky at all. You can tell right away. They're really beautiful. They're just so buttery and soft. So those are, you know, I tend to go, as you know, watching the channel, all earth tones. Like I'm a total, like I've got 5 bazillion tones of the same color, really. And so I tend to go for, you know, chocolates and coppers and you know, very, very sort of dark taupes, really in that sort of brown, earthy family. I don't tend to wear purples that often. I would never wear a shade like that. That's just not my cup of tea. I don't think you guys have ever seen me wear a shade like that. I did wear this shade and I love it. That sort of gray. And these are all shimmery, but I mean, I literally just want like that, and they're just so soft and creamy and buttery. So I would say that I can't speak about the shades necessarily because they're not shades that I tend to gravitate to, but I can tell just from the texture of them that they're really, really good quality. So there's that. And the Plumping Gloss, this is in 085 Heather? Royal Jelly. What the heck? That doesn't sound right. Royal Jelly? Does that sound like a Heather Royal Jelly? Well, there you go. Can you read that? Probably not. Okay, let's throw that off to the side. So, it has a brush and not a doe foot. Again, when colors are chosen for you, it's a little bit difficult. This completely washes me out. That color. I have no color. I'm like dead if I don't wear anything on my lips, like absolutely dead. It's like a zombie apocalypse. So I need some type of oomph and brightening. Even with nudes, I need a particular tone of nude or I'm just going to look, again, totally dead and washed out. So this totally washes me out. I look totally, totally dead. So I never, ever wear it. I did try it. It's non-sticky. It's not like MAC glosses at all where you get that kind of gummy thing and then you kind of get this line of grossness after a little while. So, but I can't speak about the shade. Obviously, it's not my kind of shade, and but I do love the fact that it's a brush, and it does plump, and it's not that painful, irritating. It's not like Duop's Venom, where it's like, ooh, God, my lips. So there's that. Now, the two standouts that I have to really, really say is this highlighter. The highlighter, Seas of Illumination Highlighting Liquid. This is in, what the heck is this in? Sea of Showers, 09. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, is that a bronzer? Like, what the heck? It's so dark. This highlighter, like, honestly, that does my entire face. It's almost too much. You need so little of this. It's unbelievable. And I don't know if you can even see how highlighted that is. Can you see that? That is insane. Excuse me. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Put it there, and it's one of those ones for you Asian gals who we don't have a nose bridge. When you just put a line of it there, I swear to God, it just pops out that area so well, better than any other highlighter that I've ever come across, liquid or powder. It has such a hugely reflective quality about it that for that area, it really just really brings that area out. It's phenomenal. I love, love, love this highlighter. It's probably one of the best that I've come across. You need so little of it. It really highlights and illuminates. It's a beautiful shade. The packaging is gorgeous. What it comes in, you know, you just pop that. Comes in. I mean, I'm going to keep that because it's just so darn pretty. Beautiful bottling, packaging. Rave about that. Definitely love it. And I've got a bit of a runny nose, people. Sorry, Rouge Buddy folks. Don't want to be doing that in the middle of your review. I'm getting over a bit of a cold, as you can tell. Okay, and the last thing before this video gets way too ridiculously long is she sent me a whole bunch of little testers of their foundation. I have to say, I'm so up to here with foundations. I bought quite a few recently in those reviews that you saw a month or two ago. Oh my gosh, standing on tile, my back is killing me, people. Right, so I kind of put them off to the side for a little bit, and then about a couple of weeks after I was trying different products, I was like, oh, you know what, let's try one of these foundations. I love it. I love this foundation. It is the Time Defying foundation. She sent them to me in quinoa cream, linen cream, barley cream, and wheat cream. And I don't know if you can even see these colors. They are not crazy yellow base. They look quite yellow, but They do, some have a little bit more of a beige undertone, some have a little bit more of a pink undertone, some are quite neutral. My color is wheat cream. I'm wearing it today. I'm wearing it in this video. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful foundation. In fact, I'm going to have to contact them and ask them, are those the only colors? And because I need one of these foundations. Once I start running out of my other ones, because I can't justify it right now, because I just, you know, like I bought like 4 foundations in the span of like a week and a half. So, but this would definitely be the foundation that I go into next. It's beautiful. I freaking love it. The texture of it, the coverage, I would say it's sort of medium. Can even go up to full. You can bump it up if you sort of, what is the word? I'm so tired right now, folks. You can, well, you know what I mean. You can do a medium, not really sheer. I don't think it's going to be a sheer. You do get quite a bit of coverage, but it's not thick. It's not cakey. You maybe, I mean, I would just use the tiniest bit and it spreads. It's easy to move, and you get good coverage with just the thinnest layer of it. So it's not cakey. It's never going to look cakey. Build up. That's what it is. You can build it up to a full coverage. Wheat seems to be a fantastic match for me. I just love everything about it, the way my skin looks once I put it on. In fact, I would say that, you know, it kind of beats a lot of my other foundations. I prefer it to the Bobbi Brown Skin, which is a foundation that I actually really, really dug. But I wore the Bobbi Brown one day, and then I wore this the next day, and I was like, whoa, I definitely prefer this foundation. So it's probably one of the best that I've come across. And I think, I don't know for sure, but I think you do have to order it from the UK site. I haven't really seen it anywhere. I will put a little annotation if I can figure out where else to get it. But all in all, I'm actually really, really, really impressed with the line. I think it's very, very good quality. I think that there are some really phenomenal standouts. To me, it is the highlighter and the foundation. Like, their skin products are amazing. Sorry, you know, I can't be too fair about this because it's not really my shade, or the eyeshadows, because they're not really the shades that I would go for, but I can tell from the quality it's very, very high, and the brushes as well. Although, as you know, I'm just all about Hakuhodo these days, these Japanese line brushes, so I think you guys would actually be quite impressed, and if you can get your hands on the foundation and the highlighter, woof, I think you would be pretty blown away. So anyways, I hope this review was helpful, and I will see you guys soon.